What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about how you guys can create a professional logo and brand name for your Shopify store. This way you guys don't have to pay people on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork to do it for you. And picking these two things are very important, especially if you guys want to build a one product branded store, which have actually given me the best results overall in long term when I'm scaling up my brands, and also the best conversion rates along with the highest average order values. And on top of this, if you guys are able to do this correctly, your customers are going to trust your store a lot more. This way you guys don't have to look like the traditional terrible looking dropshipping store and scare away all your customers. So without any further ado, be sure to subscribe down below and let's get right into the video. So the very first thing that I want you guys to understand is that your logo and brand name do not have to be overthought, and that even 7 and 8 figure brands like Hey Silky Skin have a very simple logo that look like it took them 5 minutes to create. So this is something that you don't have to spend a ton of time on. Like you can see on their Shopify store that their colors are blue and pink, and that's mainly because their overall product colors are that same color. Like if we were to go to this product page here, you can see that they have this gloss pink product. And you also want to notice that they're only using 2 colors to match with the entire website to make it super simple, clean, and congruent with everything else on the store. Another brand that we can look at is Screen Swipe. So you guys can see that their logo is blue and black, and the overall theme of their Shopify store is blue and black as well. There's nothing to throw it off. And the variants that they're selling is blue and black of that product. And last we have Soul Set, which also has a very simplistic logo. They have like this sun or eclipse, and then also Soul Set with a very generic font. And obviously they colored it orange and black to match their overall store and their main products. Now, one thing that I do want you guys to notice on every single one of these logos and these brand name creations, it always has to do with the product, right? Or it's centered around a certain niche. Like Hey Silky Skin is for products that obviously for your skin or removing hair. And the Screen Swiper is obviously the screen swiper, right? If we have a one product store, we don't want it to be something super random that customers can't remember. So what we're going to do in today's example is use the laser epilator and create a brand name and logo out of this product. Now I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to spend a ton of time on trying to come up with the perfect brand name, so I do recommend using ChatGPT. It's super simple to use. So all we would have to do here is just ask ChatGPT to come up with 10 brand names for a laser epilator remover device. And this tool actually gives you really good names that you guys can be using. Like we got Silk Touch, Smooth Beam, Hair No More, Laser Silk. Honestly, I think the first one is pretty good. So we're gonna go with Silk Touch, or actually instead, let's do Silky Touch. We're gonna go ahead and copy that, and then you wanna go to Canva. So I use Canva for everything in terms of like product descriptions, also my logos for every single one of my stores. So when you get on Canva, the first thing that you guys wanna do is go to create a design. And then you want to create a 2400 by 800 design. This is going to match up with most Shopify stores. This way the dimensions will actually match up with your store. So the first thing that you guys want to do is go over to text and then add a heading. And then we're going to paste our logo here. So we're going to do Silky Touch. And also what I like to do, and usually what I like to do to add some, more of that brand trust, and some people say that you shouldn't do this, but I actually like putting the trademark symbol in front of my logo just to make it look more official or like an actual brand. And some people say you shouldn't be doing that, but honestly, I've never had a problem with it, and they're not going to make you go to jail for doing it. So we're going to go ahead and copy that and then paste it here. What I like to do is to scroll through the fonts to try and find something that could be a font that could be related to your product, right? So a lot of different beauty related products are going to be like a long, slender, or a narrow font. Now, usually one by default that I like to use is Batanga, so we're going to use that. And then obviously our laser epilator is the pink color, right? So we're going to go with so I think what we're going to do for this product is stick to pink and black. So we're going to make this one right here. And what you guys can actually do is copy this here and then paste it, and then Canva will match up the colors. So you can choose this, and then you can see you can match up the colors right here. Go with Silky Touch. I think that one would look good, or maybe let's see what the lighter one looks like. Yeah, so we'll go with that, and then we want to make sure this is centered. Just bring this out a little bit, and then we don't need that right now. And so the next thing you guys want to do as well is you can either keep it simple just like this, or you can add an element to your logo that's related to your product, right? So we can look up beauty here, or you can think of something that is related to your product, right? So a lot of people use laser epilators to get rid of hair on their legs. So you can do legs. So instead we're gonna go with this element right here just to keep it simple. And you can also change the color like that. So we're gonna keep the logo just like this. And that's basically it, you guys. That's all you have to do for your logo. and we're gonna go ahead and download that. Make sure it's a transparent design. That way it'll remove the white background and just match up with your store. Then to add this to your Shopify store, you want to go to online store, and then you guys can click header and then add your new logo. That, and then you can also make it larger just so it looks proportional to your Shopify store. And you also want to make sure that the bottom of your Shopify page has your logo too. So sometimes the footer, it might be a darker color or something that won't match up with the logo. So what I usually like to do is to create a white lettering version of this. So we're going to change this to white. You can also change this to white as well, but it really just depends on your Shopify store colors. And then you want to go ahead and download that the same way, transparent background. Then you guys can see here at the bottom, you want to go to logo and then social, and then select that white logo. And you want to also make sure that it is positioned to the far left, and you can also adjust the sizing of it as well. And obviously you want to make sure that all the coloring is congruent on your Shopify store, so you sort of have to play around with these colors here just to match up with your logo. And I do kind of wish that Shopify had some sort of color matching feature, but they still don't. So that's really the closest that I could get for that. But overall, you would want every single color in your Shopify store to match up with that. So we would basically go through all these and change it to those. And that's going to make this store look a lot better, a lot cleaner, a lot simpler. And you want to go to the mobile version as well, so it looks good right here as well. And then you also want to go to the bottom, and then let's say we wanted to change this color. We can change this footer color to this, and then you guys can see this white background looks nice. And you guys can't forget this as well. Make sure that after you save this, you also want to go to your checkout page and make sure your logo is there. There are so many of you guys that'll forget to put their logo in the checkout, and I'm telling you, if you don't do that, you're going to throw off some customers and they're going to wonder if they went to a different website. And you want to brand your checkout the same way that you would brand the rest of your Shopify store. So you guys can see here, we're going to change this logo. We're going to change it to this. And then you always want to make it in the center, medium size. And then we also want to change the accents of our store. And then bam, you guys, now we have a professional logo, a professional brand name. Now we're one step closer to having a branded Shopify store. Now you guys are also probably wondering as well, how do I get a domain or store link for my Shopify store? Now you don't want to have the regular default .myshopify.com one. You can in the beginning, it's not that big of a deal, but eventually you do want to change that, especially when you guys have a one product store. So we're going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to show you guys exactly what you can do. Instead of trying to buy a domain on other platforms and you have to connect it and everything like that, go ahead and go to your settings, and then you want to go down to domains. So you want to go ahead and click on buy new domain. And then our brand name is called Silky Touch. And unfortunately, this one has already been taken. So what you guys want to do is just type in different variants of it. So you can do the Silky Touch. And you guys can see here that this one is available, and it's only $15 a year. This is going to make your Shopify store look a lot more professional, and customers will actually want to buy from it. But other than that, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you got a ton of value out of it. That's exactly how you want to set up your logo and also create your brand name for your Shopify store. And I have to say, ChatGPT has made things so much easier now when setting up your site. You can do all these things within 30 minutes. So if you guys like videos like these, be sure to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.